heal with your future self when you're wondering, what inner work do I have left, instead of focusing on your past. Oof, this is a really exciting topic which we are going to discuss today, because of course you are thinking about, what is it left for me to heal? What is it left for me to work on? Because predominantly have psychology been based on your past. Well, the majority of the people is always saying, if you have a money block, go down to your parents' relationship. If you have social anxiety, what happened to you in the schoolyard when you were a teenager? Even though there is a place for this, even though I myself have needed to go that path of healing my past, looking in the mirror and kind of see of, okay, what are the problems I experience today, which is actually based upon, or it was created and has just been a pattern which I kept on repeating throughout my childhood or throughout my younger adulthood. It doesn't even need to be that. It can be just a couple of years back. Something happened for you a couple of years back and you haven't really been able to go through it. When, and I say this often, when you feel you have the awareness, when you feel that you have good enough for like all the details that you need from your past, so to say, in order for you to break a pattern, then you should focus on your past. If you feel that you even need that, if you feel that you even need to go into that whole healing space. I'm saying it again, I need it as well. So I really believe that that's a place for it. But when I started to focus on my future self, it was the first time when things actually started to shift for me. It was when I was finally feeling happy. For real, like feeling happy. Those of you who know my story, I grew up having a childhood, always seeking for like the bigger meaning, seeking for happiness. Going into my teenage years, didn't feel that either. Going into my early adulthood, always seeking like, what's the meaning? What's the bigger meaning of things? Why do I always feel so discontent? Why can't I like just feel happy? And the more that I just like went through this path of what has happened to me, how did I feel when this or so and so did that? When I start to focus on, oh, I want this. Wow, ooh, I want that feeling. I want to feel more of that feeling. Yeah, I have those dreams. I'm going to focus on those dreams. I'm not going to focus so much on my I'm just going to focus more on my dreams. When I start to do that, something really shifted within me. New vibration, new attitudes, new mindset, new patterns I created, which started to also create a new outer world, a new outer manifestation for me as well. So if you would change one thing, just one thing for the rest of the year and make it the year after that as well, I would say your future self. I would say give it a chance to focus on your future self. What do I want for me? What do I want for me down the line 3 months, if it feels very big for you to think 1 year? 1 year, 10 years, maybe not even putting a time zone on it, right? What works for you? But really feel into, what is it that I actually want? If you feel that there is something that hadn't been played out for you when you were a kid, or you were not really able to express something, well, express it now. Can you express it? Can you focus on that you want to express it now then? Can you focus on you want to invite more of those feelings now then? If you didn't feel safe at home, oh, great, that's in the past. It has already happened. So do you still want to sit day in and day out not feeling safe in your home then? Is it that what you're going to focus on? What is it that you actually want? What's the desire? What's the desire in life? That is what will take you further. If there is only one thing, and all the other things will unlock. I know myself, oh my God, since I know I also have a past, I've been so many times focusing on, there must be something here now. There must be something, like I feel the feeling, there must be something which I created a long time ago. I remember this pattern. Is there something that is blocking me? Is there something that I just don't see? Well, does it help me? No, it doesn't. I'm just like continuing being in a loop of just asking a couple of questions and I never get into an answer. But when I instead just like, okay, I don't really like this situation, how about this situation instead? This is what I want. Okay, how do I go and create that then? What is it that I need to invite then? What type of skill do I need to have then? What energy do I need to feel throughout the day? You see, already then I put myself from a problem state, a state of here is some issues here. I need to fix myself. Something needs to be fixed. I'm not whole. And here I'm just like, okay, there is a fun life over here. I see alternatives. I see opportunities. I'm whole. My situation is good as it is, but I also want this. I also have a desire, and I also can create this, right? You feel that right? You feel that that desire, that desire gets you somewhere. You're I can really feel in my own energy that I want to move, I want to be more vibrant, I want to just like go out for a run right now, because I'm in the energy of movement, I'm in the energy of vibration, I'm in the energy of action, I'm in the energy of actually making a change. It took me years and years and years to just like not just sit and think about things, not just daydream about things, not just sit and write about things, but it never came out anything of it. I actually never did like take the action. And I see this for other people, because when I decided to know this is not the way I'm going to do it any longer, things like shifted like this. And now I really see it with other eyes. When I meet people that I met for 3 months ago, and then I meet them again 6 months ago, and then I meet them again 1 year ago, those people who always talk about their healing journey, who always talk about, well, I've been doing a little bit shadow work, well, I've been finding a little bit more of my patterns, the beliefs I need to change. Those are the people that I don't actually see the biggest progress in. And when I say progress, I mean actually both inner and outer. I mean especially inner, where I don't really feel that change in their vibration, where I don't really see that, have they found more love? Have they found more happiness? And it's not about to shame them or anything like that, but it is about understanding that your stories end today. It's up for you to create your new stories now. So I want you to decide for 3 days in a row straight, that you're not going to talk about your past. I want you to reboot yourself, reset, to see when I press that reset button, what happens in what I think about, what happens in my energy, and what happens in the amounts of action I take when it comes to my desires. 3 days, you're not going to tell your stories. You don't need to talk about your past. When I talk about my past, I do it very, 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 I'm aware of it. I do it to, describe something for you to understand and have a little bit background in where I come from or why I talk about. But if you notice, I don't talk too much about past in that way. I give it as an example, and then I focus here. Because for me, I am actually quite not so interested in about what happened 9 months ago. I'm actually not, because I am interested in where I'm now and where I'm going. So that was my rant. If you're thinking about, I would say like this: if you actually feel that you've been doing the work, you are aware of your past, you are aware, and you have been going on this journey for a while where you actually have been healing yourself, quote unquote, and now healing is a word that feels empowering for you, not disempowering. That is a big difference. Many do talk about the word in a disempowering way, in a victimized way, in a way that I feel hopeless. When you start to talk about it in a very like powered way, when you feel that that word is just like then you probably, most probably, that you don't need to focus so much on your past. And you also know that every single thing that is happening in your life, it doesn't have to be because of something that happened to you. You made something mean something for you in the past. That is what it's all about. Today, I actually look very different on my parents as I did for just 2 years ago. 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It changed every single year. I change the way I look at my parents and the way I look at my childhood. And so is my past the past that I thought about for 2 years ago? No, it isn't. Because it's the meaning that I make to it. So stop make it a meaning. Stop make it such a big meaning. Stop to make it a meaning that, oh, I felt like a failure the last years. Like, no, you put the meaning into your past and let that determine your present and your future. Instead, calling your future, say, hello, you know what, I want this. Okay, so can we kind of do this in our present now? And see how things unlock for you. See how things are really turning into the better, and see how your reality is changing in the way that you want even more of. So keep on listening to you within Talks. I talk to you next time. Bye.